Well, hi there everyone, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Monster. Since last time, well, what have I been doing? I told you that I was going to go and put an ender chest out on this area, and I have. It's right there. It's just behind all of these, because to be honest, I quite like that little display there, just showing me all the different things I have got. So anything extra, which is things like wheat, is automatically going into my system. I've set up 2 more ender chests. I've set up one over here on my cow farm, so all of the meat and leather is coming in. And way over there, in our mob trap, I've set one up on that, so all of the mob drops, the ender pearls, the bones, all of that sort of thing are now going straight into the ME system, which is really good. It means I'm getting a lot of stuff in. If we pop down here, I have also come down here to my furnaces and told it to automatically cook beef, because obviously the best place to cook your beef is with the iron, ferrous and shiny metal. Everybody knows that. So now I should have pretty much infinite food being made, and it will be beef, which is tasty. Let's actually pop down here once more, because I have done something else. You might be able to see there is a cable here which is running rather untidily up there. Now, you know, I made this place, this factory, and when I did, I designed it to have gaps between the floors so I could run cables and pipes to every floor. Turns out I forgot to actually leave gaps in the walls, so actually moving things between floors is a bit awkward. So we are going to have to just sort of create something that looks a little bit like that. You can see that it goes on up there. Do I actually have those canvases? I do. It goes on up there, so it's just a tiny, that's not too messy. Perhaps if I do that it'll look a bit neater. Maybe. Anyway, it comes on up here, it goes on up through there, and around and underneath here. You can see that I have finally finished off these steps. They were missing for a long time. And it runs on up here, so it's going up to the next floor. This was just a little indentation which was in the wall, so I thought I would just simply run it straight up there. That's a bit of canvas. Pop the marble brick in, and that actually doesn't look too bad. So it carries on, it comes up here, and it runs underneath this floor. Here is the gap that I made. Nice big gap. You can see it's running all the way round. I don't know what's up with the lighting on that brick. It's a granulite brick, okay. Over the top of the tesseract, which is supplying all of my lasers, and out there, where it comes up into this room, through this little gap in the floor here, and into a crafting terminal. So I have full access to everything from my ME system up here. Why do I want full access to everything from my ME system up here? And yes, I wanted it here, but if I put a cable in there, it goes into that underpass which is down here, because it's only 1 block thick, which is really annoying. But why do I want access to my ME system up here? Well, if you remember when I was building this room, I told you this was going to be the Industrialcraft room. Now, I'm not actually going to do an awful lot of Industrialcraft. I'm not really intending doing too much at all. But there are 1 or 2 nice things I actually want from the mod, and I thought it's a shame not to do it when I have this room designed for it. So I went to find my Industrialcraft stuff, and I have found that I have completely lost it. I cannot find it anywhere. It's not in the ME system, it's not in any of the chests, and it's not in the old tower. If anyone looks through my old videos and can tell me where I have put it, feel free to tell me. But in the meantime, I have made some stuff up again. I have made up another generator, another metal former, another extractor, and another bat box, because that is what I think I had. If I haven't, then, well, oops, to be honest. So let's actually get started by popping these things back in and reminding ourselves quickly what it is. I'm going to dig a little trench under here to run cabling. Now I'm not actually going to connect, is that going to actually go straight outside? No? Is it just a double thick layer of bricks for some reason? Fine. And I have completely lost my train of thought. Completely. My apologies, I've forgotten what I was about to say. We're going to dig a trench so that we can lay the cable under the ground. I know what I was saying. I was saying I'm not actually going to hook each of these individual machines up to the ME system. I'm not using all the import and export buses on this. I'm actually just going to connect it all up and move things about manually for what I want. Okay, so we are going to start off with our generator, which is that one, which we are going to connect up. Now, how are we going to connect this up to the bat box? I think the bat box can sit right next to it. Now, oh, we need the wrench, don't we? But I've put that in the right way. So, if I now get some charcoal, which we should have quite a lot of, because nowadays it's being automatically generated, I can put some in here. In the bottom, obviously. It's going to burn up, go into the buffer, but it's going into this buffer to fill this up. This is detecting my armour because it can charge armour. Right, we can now drop this. Now that is actually a too wide gap, which means mob forming central, obviously. We can now connect this up with copper cable because this outputs at 32 EU. This can take lots more in this version 1.2.8, so we can drop this down under here and run it around two machines. So let's actually run it as far as it will go, which is there. Okay, so what are we going to build? Well, obviously our extractor. The extractor, if you remember, I don't have enough cable if I do that, do I? The extractor, if we remember it, that's going to get a bit cramped in that corner. That's one too low, isn't it? No, it's not, because I want to put things there. Okay, the extractor, if we remember, was the machine which will take sticky resin or rubber wood and extract the rubber from it. So let's get some rubber wood, because we are creating that automatically now. 1 stack rubber wood. That goes in the top, obviously, and that will now get extracted ever so slowly, but that's okay. We also had this thing, which was the metal former, which was the machine, which could... Now, do I want a bit more of a gap here? I could send stuff that way and that way, in which case I do, in which case I need some more of the copper cable, which I'm sure I don't actually have. Copper. Well, actually, just for now, we can just pop it down here, which is the one which we could make extrude, roll, or cut if we so wished. But again, a pretty slow machine. But this is producing rubber wood, so obviously I can just leave that running indefinitely. Preferably, I can also pop a hopper on the top. Here's my plan, and then I can just stick rubber wood in here and get it into here. Now, what would actually be really nice was if we were pumping stuff out of here, which we can do, obviously, but really I want this here and that there, so these are all in the wrong places. So how are we going to do this? I can just pump this all the way round, maybe, or just send it off that way into a chest. We could have a chest there, that could be nice, couldn't it? Okay, so we are going to get back to our pipes, our Buildcraft pipes. Do you remember these? Wooden transport pipes, cobblestone transport pipes, diamond pipes, and the rest of them. So I'm going to set this up as being fairly low tech, actually. Now, this will actually connect up to that, won't it? Yes, it will. Any way around connecting that up to that? This is all just in the wrong place. I need my wrench. I do not have my wrench. So, crescent hammers don't work on these, do they? No. Because Industrialcraft is annoying, it demands this wrench, which was bronze. Do we have any bronze? Please tell me we have bronze. We have bronze. Okay, rip these out. Right, what I actually am going to do then is pop this going up just one space to the left. This is my extractor, which is going to sit here in front of the window with its little bit of cabling here. Which means my metal former, I don't have the cable for it yet, but my metal former can sit just there. We can then run pipes out by 2 and not have them interact with that thing, the hopper on the top. It will block my window slightly, but I can live with that. Can run just all the way around and drop everything that comes out down into a chest, which will be that iron chest which I still have on me, which is just there. Perfect. Now obviously we need some way to get these. That looks a bit messy in the corner, but there's not a lot I can do about that. So we were getting these out using our redstone engines, but nowadays we have this laser table, so I think it is time to make autarkic gates. I've actually even spelt it right. The autarkic gate. This is an autarkic gate. It takes a pulsating, a gate, and a redstone iron chipset. So that needs a redstone chipset and all that. That needs redstone iron chipsets. That needs redstone and enderpearl chipsets. So we can get all of these things. We are going to need redstone. Hello all you mobs. Iron. We've got some rolled iron in there actually, that's very handy. And enderpearls. So let's pop all of these actually into here. Right, what we want for a start is some... we're looking at the wrong thing. Some pulsating chipsets. So I'm going to click that and it should make a pair of pulsating chipsets. I don't want too many, so get it to make 4 pulsating chipsets. After that I want it to make redstone chipsets, redstone iron chipsets. Again, really I only want it to make, say, 4 of those. And after that I want it to make redstone chipsets with the remaining redstone. I've put way too much of this stuff in, so that will do. Wrong gate. Okay, so that will, with the hopper on top, allow me to, whereas my rubber wood is there, pull out all the iron, all the rubber even, which will go all the way over there. I'm going to set an identical thing coming off this side, going up the middle there, and across the top. In the corner, obviously, I will need an iron one. Here we go, iron. Iron, do we not have an iron one? Oh, we do, I saw it. Some iron transportation pipes. My inventory is getting very messy now. Let's get rid of all of this excess building material. And the saw. Don't need any of that anymore. So, 1 iron, which, if you remember, sends things one way. It is the clear path, is it? Yep, we have 2 solid paths, 1 clear path. The clear path is the direction it will go, which we want to be that way, so anything coming from either direction will go that way and into my chest. Stick another hopper on top of that, and we can start making lots of things. So what do we want to make? Well, we are powering everything off coal, and actually that's going to work pretty darned well. You can see we're actually making too much. It doesn't really matter. We can make up some solar panels, which we can stick on the roof. that will probably be the next job. But for now, I think we are going to actually end this episode here, guys. We've made actually up enough to make a single chipset, have we? Just about. If I pop... I did pick them up. If I put the redstone chipset back in this side, we can now make a gate, which is the thing that we do want to make. So we will just make up an autarkic gate just to show how it works. We're also going to want to make up all of the various machines, the compressor and all of that. If I go into Industrialcraft, you can see there's all of I had typed industrial. There's all these different machines, the electric furnace. We don't need a lot of these because we've obviously got the machines downstairs which will do it for us. The macerator likewise. The compressor is one which we do actually need. It is going to take a basic machine casing, stone and electronic circuits, so we may be able to actually make one of those up really quickly. So compressor. We have everything to make it because we have basic machine casings. That's very handy. That was our last one. So the compressor, which can actually sit in here. Compressors compress. We will get onto what they do later. You may be able to guess where this is going. But we can compress things now. Let's go back down here. And have we made up the things that we want? We have a gate, a redstone iron chipset, and some pulsating chipsets. I may be able to let me just check my recipe for the autarkic gate. Here is our autarkic gate. It is just the three of them. Can I do that shapeless? I didn't check if it was. No, it needs to be in a bench. That's fine. So we will head upstairs actually. Go around here to this. So the autarkic gate is pulsating gate and redstone. Pulsating gate and redstone. Oh, hang on, it's the wrong one, isn't it? No, redstone, iron, gate and pulsating. Do these need to be done in the assembly table? Of course they do nowadays. So run these all back down to the table, pop them all in, and we can make our autarkic gate. So let's quickly make one of those. Pop all the rest in, and start making gates, which is what we want. So here is our autarkic gate. Head on up this way. And what we can do is take this autarkic gate. Now this machine here has rubber in it because it is producing it. I can now put this autarkic gate in here. You see it just sits on the wooden transport pipe. I think it only attaches to wooden transport pipes. It has two options which you can click through, things like capacitor empty, full, half empty. Lots and lots. What we want is items in inventory. That detects if there are items in the machine next to it. You can see it says there are because this has turned red. When there are items in the inventory, we want to turn on the energy pulsar. That means this thing switches on and it will start pulling the items out of the inventory. It starts pulling them out really fast. It does it until this is empty, at which point this will switch off and it will wait until it detects more items in the inventory. So as soon as something appears in here, it will pull it out. All of that rubber goes up to the top, where it should be sent off to the right. I think it is going, yep, there it is going that way. And it will go down into that chest. Let's just get some more rubber wood, not oak, rubber wood. Another 3 or 4 stacks even, because I can just pop it all in the top here. I can now leave this machine running here. What else do I need? Well, I also need machine casings. I'm going to need a lot of those. Basic machine casings, which are of course made from the iron plates. The iron plates are rolled iron, which means that what I want to do is do the same here, maybe here, put this onto a rolling, get some iron. We've got lots of iron plates already, but it doesn't really matter. Pop those in the top and we can get these things rolling. The problem is this isn't actually connected up yet, so that will be what I will do for next time. What I'm going to do is just run the cables into these machines, set up an untarget gate in here and get this producing the rolled iron. Has this made it down yet? Yes it has, so here are 17 rubber. And this should start filling up relatively quickly. It's a fairly slow machine, we can speed it up. But that will be for next time. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching this video. I do hope that you enjoyed it. There's a nice hole. Is that going straight into my smeltery? Nice. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Do like and subscribe if you did. That does help. But most importantly, I do hope to see you once again next time for a bit more industrial craft. Thank you and goodbye.